Battlefield Podcast.
Hey guys, it's Tim, aka Darkness429 from the Battlefield Podcast, and you are tuned in for another episode of Battlefield 4 Lowdown. So guys, the time is finally here. That's right, console players, you can finally rent a Battlefield 4 server. So Battlefield 4 users on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Xbox 360, and don't forget PlayStation 3, will now finally be able to rent their own Battlefield 4 server starting yesterday. That was April the 29th. Players will be able to rent servers for 1 day, 2 days, 30 days, or 90 days. The price is as followed. For 1 day, it's $1.49. For 2 days, it's $6.99. For 30 days, it's $24.99. And for 90 days, it's $59.99. So guys, are you happy about this? I know that a lot of the competitive players out there and a lot of teams have finally been able to get into the competitive scene now with rent-a-servers on. We actually be able to get real competitive games going and not in a LAN setting. They'll be able to do it from the comfort of their home, not having to travel to locations. They'll be able to do at their own personal living space, be able to compete in competitions on the console, because now we have these rent-a-servers. So is your clan, is your gaming group, or your buddies, are you guys gonna be getting rent-a-servers? And so let me know down in the comment section below what you think about the rent-a-servers finally coming out and what you're gonna be doing with it. Also, with the release of the rent-a-servers for Battlefield 4, the R33 server update was released, and that was also yesterday. The R33 server update notes just say that they did some general stability improvements, and they also fixed the death shield bug that could cause dead players to act as an invisible shield blocking projectiles. Also, last week, DICE Vice President and General Manager Carl Magnus wrote an open letter to the Battlefield 4 community regarding the new higher performance servers that DICE had talked about a few weeks ago. Well, it's finally been rolled out. They finally invested in the new server hardware, and Carl Magnus wrote a very nice letter to the community explaining what they did, the investigation time that they put into finding out what kind of hardware they needed to resolve the issues that came out during Naval Strike and all the rubber banding. So go ahead and click the link down in the description below and read the letter and let me know what you guys think. Are you guys still having rubber banding issues on the PS4? I know PS4 was one of the biggest issues as far as rubber banding on Naval Strike. So why don't you let me know down in the comment section below if you're actually still having these issues. Well, guys, that'll be it for the Battlefield 4 news for this week. Unfortunately, it's kind of died down a little bit. There hasn't really been a lot to talk about. Here at the Battlefield Podcast, we're not one to really speculate on a lot of things. So I don't think we'll be speculating on what we'll be seeing in Dragon's Teeth all that much. Hopefully, very soon we'll be getting some Dragon's Teeth news from DICE. We'll be able to get our teeth sunk into that new DLC. Guys, don't forget that this Saturday, Battlefield Podcast will be having a live episode on Twitch. That's over at twitch.tv/Battlefield Podcast. That'll be happening at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 p.m. Pacific Time, and that'll be 8 p.m. GMT. If you don't live in those time zones, well, I think you guys can do the time conversions from there, so don't miss that. We'll be announcing it on Twitter. There'll be a YouTube video, Facebook. We'll be taking selfies and posting on Instagram and all that good stuff. So make sure to follow us at BF Podcast for all the latest information, news updates, and when the podcast will be going live. If you'd like to follow myself and Chuck1 on Twitter or Facebook or any of those other social media sites, you can head on over to www.battlefieldpodcast.com for all those links. And don't forget to check out our t-shirts. We have a new line of t-shirts that just came out for the Battlefield Podcast swag line. So make sure to check those out as well. As again, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.